Imagine this. You're walking past a cornfield late at night. The world is quiet, the stalks sway gently, and you can hear only your own footsteps. Then, suddenly, two glowing eyes appear in the dark. They don't blink, they don't move. They just watch. Your chest tightens, your breath shortens, and every instinct screams to run. But your legs don't move. Tonight, we're stepping into that moment, into the story of the eyes in the cornfield. Stay with me until the end, because what happens here will stay with you the next time you walk by the dark edge of a field. It began on a lonely road that cut through endless farmland. The air was heavy, the kind of thick silence that makes you notice every little sound. On one side stretched miles of corn, stalks so tall they seemed to touch the night sky. On the other, nothing but darkness. People always said the cornfield wasn't safe after sunset, but nobody explained why. It was one of those warnings you hear as a child, something you laugh off as an adult, until the night you find out the truth. At first, it was only a flicker, a small glint between the stalks, like a reflection. But then, unmistakably, it became two eyes. Round, glowing, amber red, watching from between the rows. Too high to be a raccoon. Too steady to be a trick of light. They stayed there, locked onto me, unblinking. That was the moment the field stopped being just plants swaying in the wind, and became something alive. Something aware. I froze. Every sound sharpened. The soft rattle of dry leaves, the crunch of gravel under my shoes, even the pounding of my own heart. My flashlight shook in my hand as I pointed it toward the eyes. But the beam only seemed to make the shadows darker. The eyes didn't move. They didn't flinch. And the strangest thing was, I could feel it. The weight of a stare. As if whatever was hiding there was more than just curious. It was deciding. Then came the sound. A ripple through the rows, a long, low swish, like something large brushing against the stalks. The eyes disappeared for a second. Relief rushed in, until I heard the stalks behind me move. I spun around. Nothing. Just rows of corn stretching into blackness. But when I turned back, the eyes were closer. Much closer. I stumbled backward, my chest aching with panic. It felt like the whole field was shifting, rustling, whispering in one breath. I didn't wait any longer. I ran. The stalks closed in as I cut into the field. Leaves slapped my face, scratched my arms. Every step sounded like thunder in the silence. And then more eyes. Not just one pair. Dozens. On both sides. Flickering in and out of the dark rows, all moving as I moved. My lungs burned, but I kept going, desperate to see the edge of the field. I didn't dare look back long enough to know if they followed. I just knew they did. At last, the corn broke open. I stumbled out onto open ground, falling to my knees, gasping for air. The night sky felt huge above me, the open space a relief. Behind me, the field was still. Completely quiet, like nothing had ever moved there at all. The eyes were gone. But the fear wasn't. It clung to me like sweat, like a shadow that wouldn't wash off. I told myself I'd imagined it, that fear had twisted my senses. But deep down, I knew better. Even now, whenever I pass by fields at night, I can't help but scan the stalks. I half expect those glowing eyes to be waiting. And I'm not the only one. Rural legends talk about watchers in the fields, beings that appear after sundown. That's why so many farmers tell their kids, don't wander the corn at night. I remembered that viral video, The Red Eyes in the Cornfield's Historical Horch Night Scary Story, and thought, maybe these stories are more than just imagination. Maybe they're warnings. So, the next time you walk past a cornfield after dark, take a second to look closely. If the air feels heavy, if the stalks move without the wind, and if you ever see two glowing eyes staring back, don't wait. Don't stare. Just keep walking. Because in the cornfield, sometimes the eyes are real. That's tonight's story. If it gave you chills, tap the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. And if you love hearing dark tales like this, make sure to subscribe so you never miss what's waiting in the shadows. You've been listening to The Horror Hearth. See you in the next unsettling story.